Hello, welcome again to Be a Better Person, a channel all about self-improvement, gratitude, making yourself a better person, or how to be a better person. Don't think you have to go through everything I say. Take parts, don't take parts. Tell me where I messed up, tell me where I did good. Put comments, please. The more I can grow, the better. I can learn a lot. I'm 58 years old, but I think I still have a lot to learn. So today I'd like to talk about changing the world by changing yourself. So I remember when I was young, I always thought that I wanted to change the world. I wanted to do something big and dramatic in the masses, and that it would be so helpful to everyone. And I can remember a time when I was nine-ish. We lived in Spain. My dad was in the service, and I remember thinking that being president of the United States, because that was the thing. I guess I was programmed that I should want to be president of the United States. That's the epitome of success. And then in the last few years, I realized that, you know what, you don't have to make a huge impact on everybody else. If you just do some things to be a better person, if you do some things to make yourself better, you can change the world, because how you come across to other people, maybe some kind words that you say, a smile that you give, a door that you hold, a neighbor that you bring in their groceries, somebody's sidewalk that you shovel because you know that they can't. All those things can have a profound impact and make somebody's day. I think one of the big things that are circulating right now is that, your title, the amount of money you make, the car you drive, nobody will remember that, but everybody will remember how you made them feel in your interaction with them. So again, it's more about, instead of trying to think about how you can change the world in a huge manner, change yourself and make sure that your interactions with people are changed, that they're positive. Have empathy. Make sure that you try to put yourself in other people's shoes. Stop judging as much. And I have to work on that every day, because for years and years and years, friends talking was gossiping, making yourself feel better by talking about what somebody else did bad. And I still am not over it. I still work on it every single day. So I really want to make sure that I stop doing that, that I really, instead of being jealous of other people's success, I want to celebrate their wins. I want to celebrate that they seem happy. I don't want to question on whether it's fake or sincere. I just want to say, hey, if they look like they're happy, if they look like they're successful, if they have a win, something that they did great, why do I want to bash that and put that down? Why can't I celebrate it? It's better to talk people up and talk about things that they do well and stay away from the negatives. Got to have understanding about other people and the things that they go through, and there might be reasons why. Maybe it was the way they were brought up. Maybe they don't know any better. So instead of passing judgment on people, everybody goes through stuff. Stop and think about it. Any emotion that you could possibly think of, probably every other human being on this planet has felt it somewhere, sometime, someplace, somewhere. And if they haven't quite yet because they're young, it'll get to a point where they'll have experienced it. Whether it's jealousy, whether it's anger, whether it's a death from someone. We all feel sadness, loneliness. Just got to find ways to get through that. Realize that we're not alone. Everybody feels that. Don't think you're the only person. Some people don't talk about it. I come from a generation where we're not supposed to share our feelings. We're not supposed to talk about how we feel. And I didn't do that. I usually talked about how I felt, and I usually came out and said what I thought, and I didn't care if people thought I was goofy or crazy or whatever. I was myself. I don't try to be fake. I don't try to get people to like me. If you don't like me, you don't like me. Oh well. There's lots of other people out there. I have my core group of friends. Another thing that I always look about is a lot of people are saying, oh, you got to stay around people. I can't abandon people I've known since I'm 14 years old. Whether or not they build me up or everything, there's a place. I have little places for each people. And I don't have to be around other people who are successful for me to be happy or successful. That's them. I'm loyal. I can't just throw away tons of years on relationships. Now, if they were detrimental to me, if they were doing things that hindered me, but no, I'm my own person and I can make sure that I say no or don't say no. I used alcohol as a crutch a lot of time in my life. Up until the last few years, I finally gotten better. I don't know about raging alcoholic. I would say I was probably a functional alcoholic. I mean, I don't know about definitions, but what I'm saying though is even back in those days when people would say things like, "Oh, why are you going? What? Oh, aren't you a man by doing this?" And, okay, I guess I'm not a man. If you think that I have to do shots to be a man, no, I am gonna do what I want to do, and I don't care. You can try and peer pressure me or bully me or whatever. I'm not gonna let it happen. Um, so, and again, back to just changing. It's some things that I've had in me all this time. I don't always know why, where they came from, how I developed them. I'm a lot more cognizant about it now. I think more deeply about, hey, maybe this of what happened to me when I was younger makes me the way that I am right now. There is a lot of things societal programming, just things that you were taught that were inbred in you, that were ingrained in you, that this is what you did, this is how you're supposed to do it. And most of us didn't question. And that's why I encourage, I tell my children now, and I wish I would have started a lot earlier, and I do my granddaughter right now, is question. Just because something's always been done a way doesn't mean that's the way it has to be done. You can decide how you want to do things. You don't have to follow what everyone else did. Another thing I want to say is that you can't win others over by attacking their beliefs. You have to understand that just because people don't think like you, just because they don't, that they're bad, it means that there's a lot of reasons why they did. So why don't you try to understand why they think that way? Especially right now with the political divide that we have. I read so many things. Well, if somebody even thinks that they like him, well, maybe they don't just necessarily like him. They like the idea of him, or they don't like the idea of him. Why don't you try to get to understand why? And why don't we work together to try and find, hey, let's find some common ground we can all agree on, and then we can build from there and hopefully make this a much better place to live. And why can't we all be happy? Why can't we all get along? So kindness and understanding for those of you that don't believe the same as you just need to do that. Whether they're mean people or not, you're not going to change by the way you react badly to them. And again, changing yourself, changing your attitudes, changing how you interact with people is the first step in changing the world. One person at a time, one interaction at a time. And so, I don't even know, just think about, and I don't know about you, but the feelings that I get when I know that I've done something nice for someone, when I've helped somebody, when I make them smile, that makes me feel way better than any time that I've belittled somebody or felt more powerful or stronger over somebody. Just try it one day. Just go out and try to make people smile. Just smile at every person you see and just see what that means, that smile you get back, because maybe they were going through something. Maybe that smile is something they needed. So, that's just, if everybody started just doing these little things, stop the judgment, started trying to understand each other, gosh, I think that we could really accomplish a lot more. And that's the whole point of just by changing yourself, because you can't change anybody else. You can't. No matter what you do, you can't. You can only change yourself. So again, please put in the comments, because that's the most important way that I can get feedback that I can understand. Even if they're mean, I don't care. I'm not going to get mad, because I'll still believe the way that I believe no matter what you say to me. Or maybe not, though. Maybe you might give me some information that might make me change the way that I think. Never know. I've done it before. So yeah, please put in the comments anything that you think that you could do on a regular basis. Doesn't cost anything. Smiles are free. Holding the door's free. Shoveling somebody's sidewalk's free. Put down maybe something you can do, and we should share and celebrate the things that we do to make other people happy. The things that we've done to make us put a smile on somebody's face. Maybe make them not think about their problem for a moment. Maybe make them think that there's good in humanity and that we still have a chance of getting past all this turmoil and chaos and bashing each other and judging each other and not understanding each other. So yeah, put anything you can think of in the comments, good, bad, others. Just remember, your smile makes me smile. Be kind, be grateful, be helpful, and we'll see you.